Hello everyone. How are you today? I'm Eve with the baby's booty, and you are joining us live and in color. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for joining us this evening. And I have to admit, y'all, I'm tired. I am tired. I have been very busy, especially the last, I'll say, 3 days making face masks. Okay. And for those of you joining us that are in the captain category, you know we did the face mask tutorial together, not this past Friday, but the Friday before. Well, that face mask tutorial has like taken over around here. Not the tutorial, but that pattern, right? And so I made that for a relative, just like, you know, she asked about masks. Her daughter has to give birth this week. And so she was like, oh, I got to go to the hospital, so I want a mask. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, she was like, I know you can make them. Yeah, I guess, you know, make one. Made one, and she showed it, and it's just blown slap up. I have legit orders now. So I have been working, and I'm quite tired. So if I go to sleep during the live tonight, don't feel bad. But at any rate, I want to welcome each and every one of you all. Sheila Cushionberry's here. Laura Dent. Hi, Sheila Cushionberry. Suzanne Go Grand Go. Look what I got here. Oh, it was so cool. I had it, and then I was like, Suzanne Go Grand Go's in here. In here eating truffles, y'all. Robin Bryant, Andrea Ross. Thank you, Andrea, for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. American Eagle Embroidery and Graphics. Thank you to you as well for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Gwen Johnson, hello, how are you? Miss Leela Nelson, hello, how are you? Thank you as well for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. And Patricia Husky, you got your Cricut Explorer 2 and an Easy Press. Well, you know what that means. So around here, if you're new to the channel, new to the live, if you get a new baby, whether it's a new embroidery machine, a new cutting machine, a new printer, something that helps you in your business, we want to celebrate with you. So for those of you who are in the YouTube Hoop Group, get your purple emoji bells ready. And for those of you who are members and you have a bell, get your bells ready so that we can celebrate with Miss Patricia Husky. Congratulations on your Cricut package. You have a lot of fun with that. Let us know what projects you're working on and post them in the YouTube Hoop Group forums. We would love to see your projects. Thank you for letting us know. Let's see, Miss Angelia Baker is in here. Beverly Smith, Miss Ethel Smith Ames, good evening to you as well. Jennifer H, Pearl Lucas, Pasha 6S, hello, how are you? Welcome, thank you for joining us. Laura Dent says same mask for family members. Man, between family, friends, and just regular orders, it's been insane. Jimmy Miller is working on face masks as well. Let's see, Patricia. Okay, I got that. Thank you. Well, actually, I don't have that. Let me take that information down, and then I will put it in the thing. We are waiting on the bells, the extra order of bells to come in, so it's going to be a little bit until we get those, so please be patient. Leela Nelson, so if anyone else is in here, oh, Miss Laverne Miller, okay, thank you for letting me know. I'll probably forget, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm that out of it tonight. But who all else in here, let me check something real quick. Okay, so we'll give it a little bit before we ask that question, but I'll ask it again. But who all in here is making masks right now? Because one thing's for certain, it has definitely given us crafters something to stay busy while being quarantined. Because when you're stuck in your home, and with the government actually saying you must wear a mask when you come out, you know, that's pretty heavy, and that puts a weighty responsibility because folks can't find masks right now. Someone asked, are you, oh, she was asking Leila, making fitted mask, 70 orders in the last 3 days, and haven't advertised. People, exactly. And it's funny because, hey, just by being yo, how are you? It's funny how when folks know that you sew or know that you craft and make things, that's been the main phone call I've gotten. They're like, you know, hey, I know you sew. I was wondering, are you making the masks? And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm making them, but I'm swamped right now. So I hope you don't want it like today, because I don't have the time. I really don't. The orders have piled up pretty significantly. So it's interesting to see how sometimes out of a situation that's out there, what am I trying to say? Like something else, another opportunity has arisen for us. So yes, definitely masks are the thing to do right now if you're not doing them already. Now, for those of you who are doing the masks, it's interesting how the elastic shortage is affecting us right now. The elastic shortage is interesting. So, not sure how folks are dealing with that, but you got the materials today. Hey, Debbie D. Making some for Neighbor and Sons. Elastic is hard to find. I'm waiting on some in the mail now. 15 and 20 to go. Making puzzles to keep older kids busy. Now that's really cool. That's really cool. Been making them for Joann's Fabric, which they gave to the local hospital. I was making one for my daughter, shared it, and in 24 hours, orders of 100 orders, and orders are coming in like crazy. Hey, Miss Phenomenal Creations, you're saying help. Pearl Lucas making masks for business and family. Yeah, I had one family that is COVID positive reach out, and their whole family wants masks made. So that's been interesting. Pamela Banks says she's been making them with ties. I considered ties, but I know, like for myself, tying, I'm not a fan of tying anything around my head because I have a sensitive scalp. So if it pulls, I can feel it and it's painful. So I don't really care for things to go around the back of my head unless I'm wearing like a head wrap, but a bandana type situation. So I've been torn how to, and then someone said you tie it around your ears. I haven't, that was new to me. I had never seen that. Small hair bands, and they work perfect with my pattern. Is your pattern in the hoop, Layla? That I would like to know. Oh, you mean hello. Hello, Miss Phenomenal Creations. I have elastic, but I have only used ribbon. Okay. Using the elastic you bought for the tutus, that makes all the sense in the world. You know, I guess that's what you got. Hello, everyone from St. Louis. I'm still making masks, almost 100. It is hilarious. Stretchy fabric knit was another option that I saw. I did test that, and I cut up a t-shirt in strips and stretch into the Sheila Cushionberry. Exactly, I did that, but I'm kind of torn on that because I don't want it to, it wasn't as stretchy as elastic. So that's where I was like, you know, are people going to, you know, accept that or no? Or, and then it's like, you know, folks ain't gonna have a choice here shortly because it's just really hard. Yes, I use hair bands for my mask. Okay, so I did made 105 masks. I have 114 yards of elastic. Nice. Nice. I started using the bracelet elastic twine. Bracelet elastic twine. I haven't seen that. I don't think. Unless it's, if it's what I think it is, I haven't seen that. And then y'all look, digging in my, just digging around in the shop. What was I don't even know what I was looking for. Oh, I was looking for a rack, but I came across this that I got on clearance. Not even this past holiday, I don't think. I'm pretty sure this was from the holiday before. And this is the elastic for wrapping packages. So I was like, maybe I could use this. I just found this not even an hour ago, actually, and it's a whole roll. And I know I have more because this was one of those clearance things where it's like, okay, buy it now because it's on clearance. And as I've mentioned and admitted to many times, y'all know how I am with clearance, where I cannot resist a clearance and will buy it all out if it's something that I feel is useful. Why would I buy this? For the life of me right now, I have no clue why I bought so many rolls of this, or however many rolls I did buy. I know it was more than 4 or 5. So I do have this that I guess I could use. So who knows? Yeah, bathtub is an inside joke. Let's see. Not in the hoop. I'll post in the hoop group. I use the Olsen pattern with the pocket for filter. Okay, cool. I thought about doing the pocket one, but I just loved the in the hoop pattern, and there's no pocket, so I just used 2 layers of cotton and then another layer of a tight weave fabric. Hello from Iowa. Miss Nancy Fowl says, I've been working on a t-shirt quilt for a friend's son that's graduating high school. Isn't it sad that the kids can't graduate now with school being closed? I saw someone saying they took a bungee cord and took it apart to use the elastic in it. Cool. I wouldn't have thought of a bungee cord. Do y'all cut the hair ties? Where is everyone getting elastic? Yeah, so if you don't want to wear over your ears, you can put a piece of ribbon with buttons on each end in the back of the head and hook over that. That's smart. As a matter of fact, who did I see? I think it's Bad Bobbin. You remember the little purses that I was showing you guys, and the pattern for this is badbobbin.com. Well, she made an in the hoop ear loop holder that's like that, and it's got a snap. So it's in the hoop, and you make it, and it's got the little thingy with the snap, and you snap it around the ear things to keep your ears from touching it. So some Amazon elastic said it won't be here until May. Kim Smith, that's because a lot of that Amazon elastic is coming from China or Hong Kong. I was looking at that myself, and it's like, I don't know. I don't want to order from overseas and wait that long, because I have folks that want masks like yesterday, so that won't necessarily work. Now, I did find there is a company, there's several elastic companies in the US, but the thing is finding one that will sell to the public. Finding one that will sell to the public. PJ Copic says, yes, that works too. It does. It's just super shiny. So, but I mean, at this point, who cares, right? As long as it holds the mask to the face, I guess it should be all right. Someone else made a back band to go at the back of your head with buttons on each end that the elastic could go around, so the elastic would not rub your ears. Yeah, that was, I saw where the elastics inside a bungee cord worked. Donna Webster says she saw that too. I'll have to check that out. I haven't seen that. I ordered some from Amazon on Friday or Saturday, was saying the middle of May. It shipped yesterday though. Leo says she doesn't cut the ties. Cool. Some are also wearing stretch headbands. Yes, now I did see that too. The headband with fabric, and they put buttons on it and just do the elastic on that, and that will also help. You know what, that's not a bad idea to help make the for the folks that say that it doesn't fit or it's too big, that thing to tie it in the back. I'm gonna have to tell her that. Hey, Boom Chilla, how are you? What's the site for the snap thing? It was badbobbin.com. I'll type it right here. She just posted it. She just posted that Friday. If I'm not mistaken, it was Friday she posted that. I ordered elastic from eBay, learning how to rebuild. How long did it take for you to get it? And first of all, when did you order it? Then after that, how long did it take for you to get it? Pasha says, as an ICU nurse, a pocket mask is great. The N95 will fit inside and last longer for everyone. And I use hairbands from the Dollar Tree, and you can use for over the ears or behind the head. You said a pocket mask? What is a, you talking about the one with the, oh, got you. I see what you're saying. So, you use this and put it inside the pocket instead of an insert or something. I guess that does make sense because it does. This one fits. It does fit over the top of it. I was cleaning up and come across this in the shop as well. It was in the basket in the top, and I was like, why did I even buy this? Why did I feel like I needed an N95 mask? I don't even know, but I have one. Didn't even know I had one. No telling how old it is. You see it's dirty. So I was probably using it when I was cleaning up because I have allergies to dust mites and dust. So I will go into a whole live asthma attack. And that's probably why I had it over here. But I was like, I didn't even know I had this. But yeah, here's one of the masks that I found elastic in here. I didn't realize I had some. And this is in the hoop. So these have been going like hotcakes on a Saturday morning. And then I made this one, and I didn't like it because the fabric got caught the wrong way. So I cut the elastic off and used it in a different mask. But y'all just doing a lot. Can you tell I'm tired? Let's see. Uniquely Tisa, we've been sublimating like mad dogs. Been in the sublimation game about 2 years now. Now, Uniquely Tisa, that is something else. So I have been considering sublimating face masks, but hello all from Tucson, Arizona. I've been using ribbon for the ties because folks complain about the elastic hurting their ears. Some Facebook groups do not want you posting anything about the mask. That's it, like a pillowcase. Thank you, Eve. Okay, cool. Pasha, that's a good idea. We may have to consider that, because one thing's for certain, pleating is getting defeating. And I meant to rhyme that. Pleating is getting on my nerves. I'm pleating all 3 layers and it's acting crazy. Let's see. I saw something. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it. Just check Walmart. They have some. Elastic online. I use the slip knot so it self-adjusts. PJ Coppage. Hold on. Because you might have answered a question. So, first of all, hello to everyone that's in here that has joined within the last 20 minutes. 20 minutes? No, sorry. 10 minutes. Welcome. I'm Eve with the Baby's Booty, and we are live and in color, and we are talking about activities and project ideas for coping with the quarantine. Was my thought process to have a discussion about tonight because I'm exhausted. It was like gonna let y'all help drive the live tonight, but it has turned into talking about these masks, and the reason why is because I did not expect, which I don't know why I didn't expect it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why I didn't expect it, but I didn't expect the request for masks to just shoot to the moon like it did. And I've been inundated with masks, with mask orders. And that's not a bad thing, but it is when you're not expecting it. And it's not the best thing when you don't have elastic. So we're in the process of discussing masks. I did ask earlier who all in here was making masks for profit or not for profit. It doesn't matter at this point, because at the rate it is now, at the stage we're at now in this whole quarantine thing, most of the medical, from what I'm reading online, and I could be wrong, and of course this is not every area, but most of the larger metropolitan areas, the medical folks are receiving masks, because now I'm talking about the legit masks. They're receiving them because so many companies are stepping up and making them. So many other manufacturers who make other things are churning and making masks, and the government is investing in these companies making their masks. They're paying for the masks and stuff like that. Well, in addition to that, I heard in one article, because I stay on NBC News with a lot of stuff, and they were saying that the masks that crafters are now making, because the medical community is getting a hold to legitimate masks. I'm not saying like our masks aren't legitimate, but you know what I'm saying, the actual medical grade masks, because the medical community has been able to start to get, you know, supplies of masks and stuff. They're taking the ones that are being made and they're giving them to the public that comes in for medical care. So it's like they're not even using it in some instances. Now in other places they may still be a need and they may still want them, but and now as of Friday it has changed to where the general public is being strongly advised to wear a mask anytime they leave the home and walk out of their homes. So, well, I said two things, same thing. Anytime they go anywhere, they're supposed to wear a mask. So that being the case, that has opened up mass requests for custom face masks, because you can't find the medical grade masks anywhere, because it's all going to medical personnel, as well it should. So folks are having to turn to either making it themselves or buying them. I have seen folks giving them away, all the way to charging $30, $40 for a mask. So a lot of it is based on what you choose to do with it and how you choose to work with it. Now, initially, when we as the general public wasn't required to wear them, and medical personnel, there was such a severe shortage, my line of thinking was make the mask, donate it. You know, if you have the fabric, you have the time, you have the elastic, make it and give it to the medical personnel, not targeting them. Now that it's general public, make your coins, make your masks, let folks know that you're making them. Matter of fact, if you're not on social media, find some kind of way to get on some form of social media, whether it's Instagram, which is free, Facebook, which is free, Twitter, which is free. There's also TikTok if you're into doing stuff with music videos, like maybe show yourself making a mask or taking it out, putting whatever to bring attention to the fact that you make the masks yourself. Then you very well could find yourself inundated with orders. So if you've ever felt like you have this embroidery machine or you have this sewing machine, you have some supplies, and I just cannot make money, I don't know why my business isn't taking off, I don't know why I'm not making this, now is not the time for that excuse. It really isn't. So if you have the means or the ability or the desire to make them, you very well can make a tidy little profit, and go ahead and start making your face masks, and make you some money. So that's the consensus today. And then after we talk a little bit more about the what is the name of the band from Bad Bobbin, hold on and I'll take a look and see if I can't find it. But after we discuss the face masks a little bit more in detail, then we'll switch to some of the other things that you guys are working on that you found to be advantageous to do during this part of the stage that we're in with the quarantine, because it's gotten pretty serious here, especially in the US. I know we do have a lot of visitors usually on our lives from Canada, a couple from Australia from time to time. So and I want to actually mention something really funny that I've started doing, that I would really like to know if anybody else is doing it too, because I saw it in a crafting group and I was like, what? You do that too? That is hilarious. So I'm gonna bring that up too. It's another, quarantine downtime activity, and it actually technically doesn't have anything to do with crafting, so it's just funny. I'd like to see how that goes. So give me 1 second. I'll go to Bad Bobbin and see if it might be this new release design thing that she has. Let me click and see. Yeah, so if you, on her main page, if you click new release for April, it pulls up. It's $1.50, and it says in the hoop digital embroidery pattern for ear saver snap strap. It's an ear saver snap strap, and it's for the 6x10 embroidery hoop. 6x10 embroidery hoop. And she also has this really cute headphone keeper pouch, but that's the larger one. She has a smaller one that she came out with last Friday, not this past Friday, but the Friday before. It's super cute. So definitely check out her website. But as you see, she has a picture of a person wearing it, and those elastics are not on his ears. And I may have to make one of those for someone that I made a mask for, and they're saying the mask is a little bit too big. Most people can wear the one that I was doing the live demonstration of with the captains, and it's at embroiderylibrary.com. Most people can wear this mask just fine without, any issues with the size that they recommend and everything. But there are some folks who can't wear it, so that strap snap will actually be a good idea to have as well. Cindy Lou says, I'm supposed to start mask making tomorrow. Debbie says, I've been making it all weekend selling them. Ohio State Buckeyes. I bet are you doing Buckeye fabric too? I've had folks talking about Panthers fabric, Cowboys fabric, and y'all, I am not into sports in the least little bit, so I didn't stock any of that kind of fabric. But I did dig out fabric that I have been sitting on for quite some time. Cotton, I don't, y'all, again, you think you're crazy when you invest in your fabrics, right? As time goes on and you're buying and you're stocking up on fabrics because it's on clearance, it's on sale, whatever the case may be, and I got all this cotton fabric, and I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna make something. Okay, well, that day has come. That day has come, and I am actually making stuff out of that fabric now. So anyways, let's see. It's become a hot button topic issue on Facebook about the posting of masks. I don't understand that, but okay. I kind of don't understand that either, but I think folks are kind of tired of it. And even though I personally haven't seen any debates, which is a good thing, because usually whenever there's something hot and trendy, there ends up being a debate, and then folks get all wacky with it. But I haven't seen anything bad, and I appreciate actually the Facebook posts about the different types of masks out there, because like Ms. Leela says, she found a mask that has the pocket in the back, but hers is not in the hoop, whereas I did like this particular in the hoop mask. I did purchase and download another in the hoop mask from another person fairly popular with her stuff, I think. And I actually, after reading the instructions, it was just more than I wanted to do. Whereas with this one, it was just pretty simple. I mean, it's like 4 color stops, and actually it could be 3 color stops if you did it correct, did it a certain way. But this was like the simplest mask I could find myself personally for in the hoop, and that's what I was going for, because I didn't want to have to sew, sit down at a sewing machine and sew. But I might have to switch to doing that. I just might have to switch to doing it. But I love the color trim though. I love the color trim, which I think is pretty snazzy. So that's what really has me excited about doing the in the hoop one. We most recently sublimated a matching mouse pad and keyboard wrist guard. I haven't had time to do any sewing, so no masks here. So uniquely, Tisa, you guys and your sublimation has been pretty lucrative. That's really good. Sheila Cushionberry, need different patterns or colors on each side to know what side was against the face. Yes. I have been doing that. There's been instances where I didn't. If someone requested that it not be, I didn't. But you know, a lot of things I'm leaving up to folks to decide what they want when they order it. So yeah, but I do prefer the two different sides for the face mask. I use tape or ribbon with buttonholes on one end, then use twist ties to attach that end to left or right side of a mask. Makes it easy to get to and adjust. Tape or ribbon with buttonholes on one end. Got you. Okay, well, I guess that could work. That could work as well. Kim Smith, 1/4 inch elastic is available at Walmart. I'll have to check that. Oh, hello, Jesse Williams. How are you? And how are you, Cindy Lou? Welcome. Hey, Latasha. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I do appreciate that. Gwen Johnson says, please get some rest. I will be tonight. Well, possibly not. And we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Sheila Henderson, hello from Georgia. Hello to you as well. Welcome. Ray Phalo, hello. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. I haven't seen your name before. Boonchilla, I'm in the process of trying to learn how to make masks. I personally like the pleated mask, so I would love to master making those. The pleats are not difficult to do, but with the fabric that I'm using, I noticed my problem with pleating is making sure everything is straight. All the pleats are straight and even. That is the bane of my existence right now. So when you're pleating, especially with the 3 layers, you know, it can get kind of hairy. So the pattern that I'm using from embroiderylibrary.com, the pleating is actually pretty simple. It's only 3 pleats, so it's not too terribly difficult. And if I had things set up, I would show you how to pleat, but it's not difficult. Gail McNair, I have been making masks for the Frontline Hospital through Mending Souls. I haven't heard of them. We'll have to look that up. My In the Hoop mask with pocket came from Zippy Designs, mask number 3. Patty Murphy, that is actually the person that I purchased my In the Hoop mask design from, that I wanted to try it, but I didn't want the one with the pocket. I wanted the one, or did I buy the one with the pocket? I can't remember which one I bought. Let me look and see which one I bought, because I can't even remember. And you know that's sad, y'all. But I love the look of the mask. Absolutely love the look of the mask. But what kind of got to me was it was more steps to making it than with this mask. Quite a few more steps. And that's what I was like, oh yeah, no, I got number 2, face mask 2 from her. I did purchase it. But it was just more steps. So I was going for easy peasy mac and cheesy, and it ended up being a lot more because when you try to cut corners to save time, sometimes that can backfire, and that's what I've been dealing with the last 2 days, trying to solve a problem. Hello, Marianne Reddick. How are you? Welcome. Good to see you. Gail says, I've been making them for at least 2 weeks, donating them. Patty Murphy says, you're welcome. It looks difficult and requires ironing of pleats, but once you do it, it all comes together. Just print out and follow the instructions. Easy peasy, mac and cheesy. Carmen says, hello, even late. I forgot the new time. I am in California, but I am here. Started making masks for my family now, and I have people asking if I would make one. They are paying me, having fun making them. That's what's up. And that's what's important as well. You want to have fun, because if it becomes tedious, then you don't want to do them. So we don't want them to become tedious. Let's see. What's the going price for the mask? That is a question. PJ Coppage. What's the going price for the mask? Now, as I mentioned, I've seen prices range from $10 all the way up to $30. So I guess it depends on where you get it and what they have to do to make it and what's in it. What's in it as well. Also, another article I read, and I weigh in. Now, this tonight is like a more of a weigh in type discussion. This is back and forth, not anything really specific. But I also, here in a little bit, do want to get into some activity and project ideas other than masks that you guys have been working on. But weigh in on this. Now, one of the things I have heard or read in another news article is talking about, there was, I think it was Wake Forest University. I'm pretty sure it was Wake Forest because it was in North Carolina. And they did a, not survey, test. I forget what they call it. Trial test type thing on the face mask, the homemade ones. And they were testing the effectiveness of it and whether or not it has any real effectiveness. Like, is this something that we should be pushing to people to get one that's homemade? Well, first and foremost, they were like, okay, homemade is better than nothing. So let's not, tell people not to buy them because something is better than not having anything at all. But the other thing was like the N95, come to find out, actually doesn't block all 100%, but it was really high. It was like 89-90% of pathogens that could come through, or particles that could come through the mask. One of the other things it said, the surgical mask was close behind it, like 70 something percent. But the mask that was just 2 pieces of cotton was really low. It was like 20 something percent. So they was suggesting if you can triple layer it and put something in the middle. I forget what the article, I have it, it's on my Facebook, and I think I put it on my Facebook business page. I linked it, I think. If I didn't, I will, so that you can read it for yourself and that I'm not just sitting here saying stuff. But the article, if I'm remembering correctly, they were saying some people are using, I want to say flannel. It's either flannel or fleece. I always get those two mixed up when I'm talking about them. And I was like, how would they breathe through all of that? That would be really thick to be trying to pleat. So I think that thickness of a guard barrier in the middle would be better for the solid mask, not the pleated one. And I could be wrong. But that was one of the things the article said. But the weigh-in part I was going to ask you guys about, actually that's 2 weigh-ins. What do you filter or add in your mask for filtration? I've heard vacuum cleaner bags, I've heard air filters, I've heard stabilizer, I've heard 3 layers of cotton, but the other, so let me know, what do you think would be something affordable to put inside the mask that would work to help filter? One way in. The other point that they made in the mask was if you hold it up to the light and the light easily comes through, then that's a good sign that it's letting other things through as well. So, just hold it up to a light to see how many holes you can see when you're looking through the mask and see if it's beneficial or not. That was, I thought, was a pretty neat point they brought out. But the other thing that I was going to say weigh in on is they said don't bleach the masks at all. Don't use any bleach because bleach tends to break down fibers over time. So your cotton could actually wear out and the mask become less effective. So let me know what you think about those 2 topics on that article. And like I said, I will definitely post that on my Facebook business page if I haven't already. So Pasha says, please mention that we can make the mask and head wraps combo. Nurses need to cover their heads. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. So the mask and head wrap combo is a good idea. I'm praying this virus moves on out fast. Everyone, please be safe, and thanks all you who are helping others. Sheila Henderson says, thank you, Sheila. That is totally awesome. Donna Webster says the debate has been the ethics of giving masks away versus selling during a pandemic. Okay. So again, my take on that, you know, my personal opinion, I probably actually shouldn't even say my personal opinion, but I already said it earlier. But it was more along the lines of, if we're just regular folks and you need to buy a mask, then you need to buy a mask. Now, if you're out here charging $300 for a mask that you made, that's a personal decision. It really is. I'm not doing mine at that price, but I am selling masks as well. Lila says, I saw a fairly easy in the hoop pleated with pocket, but not sure where. I looked at so many videos. And what's funny is I started watching these videos back in December, I think. I started looking at face mask videos. Now back then it was only like two or three. But I can't even remember why I thought to look it up. I guess because I don't know why I thought to look it up, but I did. And there weren't that many, but now it's like hundreds of videos out there on face masks. Marianne says, sewing and giving away masks all weekend. Sublimating mugs tomorrow. Love sublimation. Gwen, I'm trying to tell you, sublimation is a lot of fun. Absolutely love it. Pasha says, Eve, it's easy if you have a serger. Very quick. Funny story, my serger was broken, but we ordered a new plate for my serger to fix what was broken on it, so I might be able to serge now. Marianne said, that's how you're sewing yours as well. Boom Chilla says, a friend of mine is making masks and selling them for $5, and she's got almost 100 orders now, and says she should have charged more because there's a lot of time involved in doing these. It is. You have to cut out the fabric, and if you're doing 2 layers or 3 layers, if you whatever, then you have to pleat it, sew it. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of work. Hi, Miss Bickle. How are you? Welcome. One of the elastic companies is down by you. Isn't that interesting? I was like, road trip, and I was like, oh man, I can't do a road trip. Can't do a road trip. They say stay home. Trying to find one of my software disks and lost track of time. It's okay. We're glad to have you in here with us. Dorothy Gaston says, thank you. I use my serger as well as my sewing machine. Yeah, I wish I need to get back into the serger. The serger was the struggle, but come to find out it was because the plate of my serger was broken. So let's see. Miss Lady D says, hello from Chicago. Hello. PJ Coppage, hubby and brothers requested Realtree camo reversible face mask. That sounds fun. Jackie Maddox. Hello, Jackie Maddox. How are you? Welcome from Maryland. Jesse Williams, I finally received my PE800 from Amazon and I love it. So you guys, you know what that means. So if you're in the YouTube Hoop group, be sure to pull out your purple bell emojis and ring with us. Woo! Jesse Williams. Woo! PE800 time. You have fun with that PE800. That's the 5x7. You're going to have a lot of fun. So definitely post your projects, please, in the YouTube Hoop group forum so we can see the projects that you've been working on. That's going to be totally awesome. Teresa Spencer says, hey, y'all from Las Vegas. Hello, my dear. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Boone Chilla says, on my first mask. Oh, hey, Will. Will is in here tonight. On my first mask, I used flannel with fusible interfacing in between. It wound up being too big. I did a 9-inch square. Saw a video on Joanne's. May follow that one. I didn't know Joanne's had a video. I'm gonna check that out. Dr. Threads, do y'all want to hear my Easter senior citizen speech? Hilarious. How is you gonna give a speech and we quarantining? You supposed to be at home. You gonna do it by video? Do video by Zoom? Everybody and their grandma is doing Zoom now. Will has been making masks today too. He and I were talking about it. You can make a template for pleating with soft cardboard and tape. Clip the fabric and sew down the sides. You can make a template for pleating with soft cardboard and tape. Clip the fabric and sew down the sides. Cool. Y'all just have all the tricks of the trade, and that's what we need around here. So, all right. Tanya Gurley. Hello, Tanya Gurley. There is a pattern that's free on Cricut Design Space. Welcome. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. And Will, you as well. Thank you very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I definitely appreciate that. Oh, did you get my message? Did I send it? I hope I sent it. I'll check that later. Flannel as well. Okay. N95 blocks 95% of particles. Oh, that's cool. That's cool to know. Well, that article must have had it wrong. I'll have to check that again. Flannel, cutaway stabilizer, blue contractor's towel. Blue contract? Are you talking about the what do they call it? Husk towels? Or are you talking about the paper towels? Marianne, are you talking about paper towels or the cloth? Interface and stabilizer. Video I say it says Ollie Fun, which is only $2. I'm trying to understand how the Ollie Fun, because I thought that was plastic. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. Number 4, coffee filter. Never heard that one. Amazon still had some of the charcoal filter liners that you can put in there, and it's a good price. I was even testing my heavy stabilizer air filters for virus filtration, HEPA filter bags, filters from air filters, dry baby wipes, fusible interfacing, spray Lysol through it and see if it passes through. I'm not wasting my Lysol. Cool. Miss 143. Hey, y'all, stay well and safe. My PE 800 has arrived. Give me something else to do. Yay. And yay for ringing the bell for you, too. Congratulations, Miss 143. Yes. Another PE 800. Congratulations. That's what's up. Y'all getting babies to have fun with during the quarantine. So you as well, please be sure to post pictures of your projects in the YouTube Hoop Group forum so that we can, not YouTube Hoop Group forum, in the Baby's Booty Hoop Group forum so that we can see what you've been working on. Let us see. So you guys, all right, so we've talked about the masks. The masks are really cool. What's it say? I don't know. I saw cotton, Kona cotton, washed several times before cutting to keep it from shrinking. I'm worried about that too. So Crafty. Hey, So Crafty, how are you? Welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate that. And Andrea Ross, fabric is not cheap, she says. Use right. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Let us see. So the other question that I have for you guys is, what other projects have you been working? Oh, the blue paper towels. Okay, cool. I hadn't heard of that. Those towels are pretty strong. I didn't think of that. Because I used to use them all the time. I had a roll, but it's gone now. But at any rate, what else are you guys working on to bust the boredom in your studio? So is cleaning out something that you've been looking at doing? Especially like here in the southeast, it's been very warm, unseasonably so, even though from what I understand it's supposed to get cold again. So let us know what else you guys are working on, what other projects you have to bust the boredom, because there's a whole lot of that. Or are masks just running rampant? I heard sublimation was huge, what folks are working on. Did anybody else answer that question? Somebody else is now asking about the cost of a mask, and I don't remember ever seeing any price. But I mean, a lot of that though, Ray, is you have to take into consideration what all you're using. So elastic, is not super expensive, but it's hard to find. Are you buying fabric to make your masks with, or are you using fabric that you already had on hand? New point of sale application for my business. Awesome. Marianne, Oh my gosh, let's not bring up stuff that's going to cost me money. She said the glow forge. I've been looking at that glow forge for I don't know how long now, and I'm like, I can't do it. I can't swing that right now. Trying new resin for jewelry making. That's pretty cool. 750 for a mask. Will says. Pasha says 10. Making and selling bags. Oh, I love making bags. Now that's something I do love to sew. Wallets, general sewing. Okay, that's what's up. Hey Tanyu, how are you? You know what? I ain't see Scooby-Doo come in here yet. Hi Tanyu, how are you? Oh, and Pearl Lucas, if you are in here, for whatever reason, oh, it's out on the table so I can mail it back out. I sent out your stones and the post office damaged the envelope, so it ripped the stamp payment, is ripped the label thing off and everything, and they put it back in my PO box. It was like, oops, our bad. Now I gotta pay to ship it again. Crazy people. So it is still coming, and it's going to be out in the mail to you. And hopefully the others who got your stones should have them by now. Uniquely Tisa says, plan on getting that glow forge too. I'm gonna have to look into it. Y'all are messing me up. Robin Bryant says quilting. And it's funny, as I was cutting my fabric for the masks, because I'm cutting them ahead of time, cutting everything out, I thought about the scrap fabric that's left over. I'm like, that would make good fabric for a quilt. Wish I knew somebody that quilted. Or no, I don't want to quilt. I wish I knew somebody that quilted. Project Runway for a year now, decided to pull it out and try embroidery, and was stumbled on the channel, and it was so helpful. I would love to hang with you. You are so fun, Christy. Thank you, Christy, for saying that. That is totally awesome. North Carolina is a fun place to hang out and make you cheery, but I'm glad that you found the videos to be helpful to you. And like I said, if you ever are, have any questions or whatever, just drop them in an email and we'll try and get them taken care of. So Boom Chilla, yes, it's a laser engraver or a laser cutter, as Melissa Dodd pointed out, and it's really cool. It's really nice. You can laser etch like names on, I don't know, pins. You can, it's crazy all the stuff that you can do with it. It really is, but it's actually really nice. So yeah, if you're going to do that, let me know. Learning to use my Cameo 4, cut out some bunnies and my mask pattern. Do you know how long a blade lasts on the Cameo? It depends on what all you're cutting, my dear, and how often you're using it. So like using it for something like vinyl, not marine vinyl, but like t-shirt vinyl, it should last a good while. But if you're using it on fabric or more heavy duty stuff, then it won't last quite as long. But most importantly, once you're cutting something out with your blade, if it doesn't cut cleanly, then it's either time to clean the blade or replace your blade. So yes, 15 for the mask and donate the money. That's awesome. $5, but had to up the price for the pretty fabric. Oh, and sports team fabric. The amen corner over here is amen and with you, because he told me that too. Bickham says, did I hear quilt? You didn't hear quilt. It didn't come from here. If any of you have the Go Cutter, you can cut several layers of fabric at the same time using a rectangle die. Fold in your pleats and add elastic when you're doing the pleated kind, of course. Awesome. Oh, cool. Pearl, you're here. Sweet. Yeah, that thing hurt my feelings when I got that back in the mail. I was like, what is this? Because they put it in a whole nother envelope. And I'm like, what is this? I opened it up. I'm like, these fools. But anyway, can't be too mad because it was a bulky, the envelope was a little bit bulky with the stones. But at least the stones didn't fall all over the place. That was the most important thing. Let me see. It was something else I was going to ask y'all. It's going on 10 o'clock. 8 to 10 more if I embroider on it. Okay, this is another question I have. For those of you who are doing the masks, right? And you're doing it and you're embroidering on it. Are you embroidering on it after it's all like this and it's all put together and then you embroider on it? Because my line of questioning with the person who requested embroidery, I was like, okay, but if you embroider it, it's putting holes in it, so how is that going to be effective unless this is being used as was mentioned to cover a mask that's already there? Good question. I'm saying good question. It was my question. But what do you think? Weigh in on that as well. I'd love to know what you think. Finally cleaning my sewing room. So Crafty says $5 for children, $10 for adults. Still need to send you my address, please. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Sheila Cushionberry. $15 for the mask. Oh, I already read that one. $5 with the fabric I had on hand, but had to up the price. That's what you would mean about a pretty fabric, because you go and purchase it. Saved all my scraps for making masks for art projects for kids. They will make a stained glass thingy. That would be really pretty. Papa's looking for a home as close to this one as he can find up your way. I'll keep an eye out. Up this way is a fool right now, price wise. A knitter for 27 years of infant layets, and I haven't had a chance to do it. Now I've started back along with learning to embroider. Awesome, Patrina, that is what's up. Please send us pictures of your work, and you can post it, if you don't mind, in the hoop group on thebabiesbooty.com, which, you know, the link is right here, and you can click hoop group and go ahead and post those pictures. I would love to see that. You gotta be kidding. I know a group making lots of charity quilts if you want to donate those scraps. Okay, email me the link or the information. The baby's booty, but at gmail.com. Please. Not embroidering on it, unnecessary holes. HTB is a better option. Embroider on top layer before I put it together. Embroider on the fabric, then cut the mask. Okay. Put holes in the mask, doing more than one layer. Yeah, if you're going to embroider, I think it's better to before. Okay. Oh, embroider a patch. And then that's smart. That's smart. Embroider before sewing, embroider. Yeah, that was my thing. Because I was like, that lady was like, I want embroidery. Wait a minute. You doing the most. Just a plain mask. It would need to be embroidered beforehand and then use the tender touch. Oh, tender touch would be good too. Embroider outside and then place other layers would make it useless. They would need to embroider on the top cloth and then apply the back piece. Thinking about doing a poly front. That's what I was considering. My concern was a polyester that felt more like cotton, which is not easy to do because a lot of the polyester. Now I did find some polyester fabric that is more stiff than floppy, but it's almost too stiff. And so it's like trying to find that happy medium, and then sublimating it was a idea that I had. I also, you guys, wanted to learn how to make which I'm saying learn how to make. In my mind, I know how it would be made, but to actually, I haven't seen instructions on how to make it. I just see that they have them for sale. Is the neck tubes where it's stretchy. See, that's polyester and can be sublimated on. And the neck tube, the face guard, is like motorcycle people wear them a lot. You know, so I would love to see. In my mind, I know how it's made, but I would love to see instructions just to be sure that what I'm thinking is correct, and measurements. Felt poly, felt. Okay, I can look into that. That makes sense. Blown away by all these ideas coming from so many people here and the different tips. This is such an awesome group, so helpful. And that was the point. Fabrics that can stand up to hot water bleach are safest. Yeah, and it's not quite everybody is being, all you hear is cotton, quilters cotton, quilters cotton, high quality cotton. That's all you hear. And bleach eats cotton. It does. If you use a patch, you must be careful of the type of adhesive, breathing it in. Makes sense. Makes sense. So on a personal note, y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Well, you might not. See, and that's the thing. Y'all shock me sometimes, because sometimes y'all be hiding things about yourselves, and I find out that I'm not as nutty as I think I am, because there's more folks out there like me. So, but the cool thing is, with this situation, or with this that I was going to bring up to y'all, this was introduced to me by my kids. Even though my kids, I keep saying kids, but they're adults. But I would have never thought about it. So, another question. Outside of the embroidered mask looks very professional. You talking about like this instead of the sewn one? I do like them. To me, it's pretty. It adds a flair. Outside of sewing and embroidery, of course, there's a whole nother life, surprisingly, that we have embroidered first and then added the 2 layers. Hey, Avery Head, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I definitely appreciate your support of the channel. But my kids introduced me to something, and I wanted to know what y'all thought about it. And I know my husband's gonna be like, oh my God, no you didn't. And I'm like, yeah I did. Who knows what this is? And the only reason I'm bringing this up, the only reason why I'm even asking y'all about it, is because in one of the embroidery groups I was in on Wednesday or Thursday, somebody was like, oh my gosh, who has embroidery designs for that game, for Animal Crossing? And I was like, Animal Crossing? What in the world? And I asked my daughter, and she told me about Animal Crossing. And she was like, yeah, it's, and showed me the game. But in that group, folks were losing their minds because they absolutely loved that game. These are older women. So I wanted to know who else is playing Animal Crossing. Because that whole group, it was like a lot of women in there was like, oh, I play that, blah, 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 blah. So I want to know who else is playing, because my kids got me hooked on it. And I'm like, in my downtime, I'm supposed to be resting, sleeping. That's what I've been doing lately. I go to bed on time. Not with this game. I haven't been going to bed on time. I've been up playing this stupid game. It's very popular right now. Super, super popular. I know, Will. That's why I'm like asking in here if anybody else is playing it, because that thing took me by surprise at how many folks in that embroidery group was like, yeah, no, I've been playing for years. What? Are you kidding? Heard of it, but don't play. Angelia, my granddaughter, drives me crazy with it. I'm making the doe mask and girl eyes. Oh, cool, Avery Head. I bet that's cute. I personally haven't heard of it, and I have teenagers. Awesome. I'm making the dome in 295 asking white and doing sublimation on them. Oh, that's what's up. Post pictures so that we can see what you're doing. Tanya says, I've heard of it, but don't play. My kids play it. Tanya, thank you for being a YouTube Who Group member. If I haven't said it already, I want to make sure I did say that. PJ Coppage, my daughter, is going nutty and said a lot of crafts come from that game. Okay. Diana Henderson, haven't gotten it yet, but will. When you put an embroidered design on it, I put red kiss lips, white socks emblem. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of many people putting the lips on the masks as well. Never heard of it. Oh, she's 6 years old and losing and driving you crazy with it. Yeah, it's overtaken my free time. Eartha Lewis says it's a Switch. My daughter has one. She loves Animal Crossing. She's 31 and she loves it. Ethel Smith, never heard of it. Yeah, I'm just saying I didn't either. I had never, and come to find out, this game is old. So like, this game is like when we were kids, not kids, but you know what I'm saying. As we were coming into our late teens, early 20s, is when this game came out, and I had no clue. I'd never heard of it, but it's a lot of fun. So I'm sorry, I'm off on a whole different wavelength, but I just wanted to ask because I just thought it was hilarious how many folks in that crap in the embroidery group that played the game. So I was just wondering. Hi all, I'm Maria says I'm just tuning in. I've been making masks too. The U.S. military here at Fort Gordon, Georgia is in need of 5,000 masks for the troops. Would anyone like to join in and help out? She says 5,000 masks. Maria, the problem is where in the world we would get the elastic. Where would we get the elastic? Because that is the $1,000,000 question at this point in time in this mask making madness. So everywhere is running out of masks everywhere. I'll have to check with my grands. I don't get to see them as much because of the virus. So I know about it. They're afraid to get me sick. Yeah. And that's I'm very happy that they're paying attention to that. Will, the franchise is old, but the one that's out now came out a few months ago. Yes, that is correct. This is the new version. Kind of like how Pokemon keeps reinventing itself, and there's a new Pokemon every time. Yeah, so it is a new game, but it's an old game. So crafty. I had it years ago when the Wii was popular. Right, exactly. That is hilarious to me. But you can make masks with ties. Yes, that is correct. Use fabric and make ties. I also was looking into, and I don't have it right here. I don't know why every time I talk to y'all about stuff, I don't ever have it right here where I can grab it and show you. Probably because I'm not thinking about it at the time. But the bias tape. I found 1/4 inch bias tape. And I've been told you could use that for ties as well. So I bought some to see how it would work. Could you use strings and tie masks instead of elastic? Yes, you can. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Y'all are talking about the ones for the soldiers. Right. You can. You can use ties. My thing, though, was the concern of ease of use. Like if you're having to take time to tie it, unless you're tying behind the ears, and then it can stay your size. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how grosgrain ribbon for ties. I do have grosgrain ribbon that I thought was right here, and it's not. This is crazy. But anyway, grosgrain, yes, would work very well. My niece-in-law is another who is crazy about that, and she's a teacher in Japan. Awesome. Yeah, it's crazy to see how many folks, grown folks, adults, like, I just turned 44, so 44 and up that are playing is just crazy to me. Maria says you can use the ties. Okay. And use scraps to make ties. Now, I thought of that, but then it's like, okay, that's one more step or something I'm going to have to make. So how would you use the scraps and they not fray? Let me know. Are you sewing them up? Like you're actually sewing shoestrings? Yes, shoestrings should work too, actually. Shoestrings is a good idea.
So it's the t-shirt.
Yeah.
So it's the ribbon. I mean, all of that is going to work.
Yeah.
Just because it's not your preference doesn't mean it's
That's true. That's true. Especially when you don't have any option.
Yeah.
When you don't have an option. The medical staff here have switched to wearing a headband with buttons in front of the ears. Sewers have switched to ponytail elastics instead of the regular elastics. Seen some using rubber bands. I don't like the rubber bands at all. That was just like not an option here. Number one, for myself personally, the rubber in the rubber bands burns me. So I have to be careful with the rubber. But yes, ponytail holders. I went and got a ton of ponytail holders, but it worked for him, but it didn't work for me. It did not work for me. Ties is how they used to be made before the elastic. That's true. One of the mask videos I use ribbon, the grow grain. Because the satin ribbon could be used, but it will untie. Yes, Miss Beckham. It takes no time to tie it behind your head. I searched the ties I made yesterday. Okay, cool. Okay, sweet, sweet. No, Marianne, I just realized what you were asking. No, it's not. No, it is not. Said their ears were sore. Yeah, I was, and see, I saw that on. Okay, so let me see if I can pull this up and show y'all what I was telling folks. Dollar Tree shoestrings, paracord from Dollar Tree. Amazon was out of the 1/8 inch paracord. Does Dollar Tree have paracord? I guess they do. I don't know.
Here's mine.
Bias tape maker is your friend with the scraps. Yes. 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 You're right about that. You are absolutely correct. Don't like the rubber bands either. You can't adjust them like you can the ties. And I was trying to figure a way to adjust the bands, adjust these. We were talking about that. There has to be a way to make that where that can adjust to. But, and I have an idea, but I don't know how to try it just yet. Somebody said something. Velcro will work for the military and police. The majority of their gear uses Velcro. How would that work? How would that work? I'm curious. Like, what is it on their helmets, or I mean, where would it Velcro to? Tanya, have you sent out my sublimation prize out yet? No, I have not. I have not. I have not. I sent out the stones. Yeah, I sent out the stones, but the cork and the sublimation has not been sent out yet. I gotta send that out. The problem with using elastic in medical field is it doesn't hold up the sterilizing process, but okay for home use. Okay, so the ties would be the better option for medical. Yes, loads of it. Okay. Yeah, they do have paracord. Now that you mention it, they sure do. They sure do. Because I bought some. I don't know where it's at though, but I bought some. They do. Golly, boy, I didn't think of that. Many people, like one of my daughters, are allergic to latex, so we have to be careful with what we use. Please label if you have latex in them. Somebody else asked me that. Saw a video of someone cutting the elastic and doing some sort of tie. I forgot the name of the tie, but it basically makes it adjustable. Boom Chilla! I need to know what that is. Are we getting prizes? You mean, I'm confused. What do you mean, are we getting prizes? No rush, just checking. No worries. No, you're fine. Not my stones, ma'am. What? Velcro is a good idea. You can make the ties shorter. Velcro. Are you talking about like a Velcro loop to hold the ties, or you can make smaller by twisting elastic? So, hi Eve, do you have a tutorial video for the face mask? I do, but it is for the YouTube Hoop Group Captains. We made the masks live Friday before, not this past one. Stones Sun Gift. So when you're saying oh, Stones Sun Gift, if you the winners, there were, so last week we did the giveaway for 25K, and if you won the stones, the stones have all been shipped out, and unfortunately one person's stones were shipped back, but I gotta send those back out. And then Tiny Sublimation, Sunny Webster, Felicia Storm, Sublimation, Sunny. Are you Sunny? Tanya, no, you're Tanya, really. Help me understand. I'm tired, so I got a slow day. A Velcro loop, just like you thought. Okay, cool. The stones you were mailing out. Yes, all of the stones. You sent me the bell, but no stones. Oh, your stones are on the way then. I did mail out your stones. You should have had. Actually, you should have gotten them by now. Hold on. Because I did mail them stones out. Hold on. When did I mail them out? I don't even remember. It's been. I don't even remember when I mailed them out. But I'm getting ready to tell you when I mailed them out right now. Well, not like right now, but right now. Let's see. Uh-oh. Stitchtopia has a freebie and intro pricing, 60% off their sales. Y'all know how I feel about Stitchtopia, so go check them out and what fonts, beautiful embroidery fonts they may have now. Let me see. So the 25th. No, that don't sound right. Actually, it does sound right. Hold on. No, it doesn't sound right. Did I? I know I sent out your stones. Oh, that's why I can't figure out, because I put regular postage on them. I didn't do, because the envelope, it's going to be an envelope this size. This is how big the envelope is. So it should come in the mail. When did I mail these things out? Because what else did I mail out today? We sat here and mailed, got all those envelopes together and shipped them out. So you Wednesday or Thursday. They were shipped out this past Wednesday or Thursday. That's right. It must have been Wednesday, because I remember saying that I had till Friday to mail out the cork and never got to mail out the cork. Miss Bickham says hi, by the way. I know you did. So yeah. Yes, I did mail it out. So Wednesday or Thursday, you should have gotten them by Saturday. And like I said, it's a little teeny envelope though. So it may be in the box. And no, because you got that front kind of mailbox. So anyway. Hey, Sheila Cuffy. Wow, how are you? I hope you're feeling better. I've been meaning to email you and check on you, because I know you weren't feeling well or something. What's the face said? No, not what's the face. I could have sworn. Who was I talking to? Maybe it wasn't you. I'm sorry. How are you, Sheila Cuffy? Selling my mask at 10. Can't make enough. Just started 2 days ago and over 200 orders. Trying to tell y'all, this mask game, you need to get on it. But I'm glad you got your bell. So you got your bell. Let's see. I worked in a laboratory setting for 40 years. I'm used to masks. I'm trying hook and eye also. You got your bell Saturday. Okay. Yeah, they were mailed separately, but you should have gotten your, I know for a fact I mailed out your, unless it got stuck in the machine too and toe up in the machine, because that thing hurt my feelings when I got that mail back. So I'll let you know if it bounces back. So if you don't have it by Monday, if your mail comes Monday and you don't have it, just let me know. They would have been, no, I did not send them together because my brain just doesn't work logically like that for some reason. Yeah, no, it doesn't. You would think I would have done that, but yeah, no. That would have made more sense, wouldn't it? But yeah, no, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. Just so I understand, the tutorials are only for the hoop group, correct? Thank you. No. So once a month, there is a special live, like this one is live, but it's limited to only the YouTube hoop group captains. So the beautiful folks in here who have the hoop by their name are members here on YouTube. And if a person, oh no, she said the mailman bent her bell. Oh golly, I'm glad I didn't know that. I had to fight. I don't know who this is. Thank you, another moderator. I appreciate that. I don't know who that was. So I have not received my bell. There are some bells that have not. I'm waiting on a new order of bells to come in. So when the new order of bells come in, then you will be one of the first to get your bell. So if it hasn't already been mailed out, but I'm out of bells now. There was something I saw. Oh, okay. So Miss Parker, sorry, I got sidetracked. So I'm doing fine, Sheila Cuffy. It's good to see you. Tell hubby I said hi and your daughter. Right now my brain is fried, so I can't remember if it's one daughter or two, but I think it was two. And if it was two, tell both of them I said hi. So the YouTube captains are able to come in with me once a month for a not one-on-one, but a captains and me live private tutorial on or project that we are working on. And the one that we did this end of the month, this past Friday end of the month, was the masks. So I do have a video, but it's private for the captains. But any other tutorial that I'm able to eke out is not private usually. It is public and here on YouTube. Nicole in the okay, cool. Tell the babies I said hi. I thought it was two. I just didn't want to, mix you up with somebody else. But I remember taking a picture with you, and I remember the girls. And your husband was really nice too. He was cool. So you guys, it is almost 10:30, and y'all know I don't keep y'all very much longer. So I definitely want to first and foremost thank y'all for joining us this evening before I forget by the end of the day. But I will mention that the mask making, we've been talking about it, and I know there's probably some of y'all in here, out of the folks that's in here now, that are probably sick and tired of masks. But it is very important because right now it is needed and we have to protect ourselves, because it would be devastating to me to find out that we've lost a WHO group member due to this virus, and it could have possibly been prevented with being covered and making sure that we're practicing hand washing and social distancing and all of that cool stuff. So please be aware of that, and any patterns, I would like to ask to do this. Any patterns that you've come across that you found to be your favorite, drop not a link to it, but tell where you got it. Like Avery had just mentioned, Lori Noonmaker has put a pattern out there. So if you have a pattern that you really, really liked and you would like to share it, you can either post it in the chat right now, or later on when you have a moment, you can go into the Hoop Group forum on thebabiesbooty.com and post a link there. Miss Social Deb, hey Miss Social Deb, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate it. Did you see my post on cutting up t-shirts with ties? I did, and that's what we did today, is cut up t-shirts, and I stretched them into kind of elastic string. Basically it's elastic, so I haven't actually put it in a mask yet, because I do want to see how that's going to look, because if this person that I've contacted for elastic doesn't come through this week, then I'm gonna have to definitely do the t-shirts, because I got to get these masks out. I have to. I don't have a choice. I sent out 15. No, it wasn't 15. What am I counting? I sent out 7. Oh, but it was family masks too that I did, which added all of that up. So out of all of those, I'm out of elastic, because I had 15 elastics, 15 sets of elastics, and now I have none. So Also, embroidering homeschooling educational items is big. Didn't think of that. Yas, yas. That's smart. That is smart. So much more. CarePassion.com. Hello, Chantel. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. There was something else I was going to mention. United Health has a pattern for the Olsen mask for healthcare workers where they can add the filter. Thank you for letting us know. Got in late, so I missed that. Another thing I have is I have a new fitted sheet that I'm going to take the elastic out of it. And that one is softer. See, and that's the other thing. Like this elastic, which I sublimated green. So if you're like, where'd she get green elastic? I sublimated the color to it. But this is kind of rigid and hard. You know, not feeling it. So, Boom Chiller, you will love Lori's pattern. It's so simple. Miss Parker. How many inches of elastic do you use for each mask? The pattern from Embroidery Library says 7 inches. Which the ear ponytail elastics are like 6 inches. It's not 7, it's 6 inches. And the elastics fit his mask, but it pulls on my ear, so 6 inches wasn't. My head is big. Oh my god. Tony, you do have a link for the United Pens. Okay. Man, y'all are awesome. Trico elastic like for swimsuits. You see what I'm saying? See, this is the stuff that I like. This is why we're bringing this up. This is why we're talking about it, because I have been trying my best to figure out different types of elastics. How do I name this elastic? What am I looking for? Blah, blah, blah. Trico elastic makes more sense. At least I have a legit name, and that's what I want. So yes, I will be looking for Trico because this stuff is just too rigid. It's too hard. I don't want it to hurt my ears. I don't want it to hurt my 6.5 fits most. 6.5, nice. Well, my headbands are smaller, but I did get the El Cheapo one, so I can't be too mad. I did do the elastic headbands from Dollar Tree. They're hanging right there on the door. The problem with the elastic headbands from Dollar Tree is you get two, right? Two headbands. Nope, sorry. I'm all kinds of wrong. I got the headbands from Walmart. There are 2 black headbands to a pack, and they're 88 cents for 2. So 44 cents for the headbands. The problem is when I cut them at 7 inches, then I have waist left, and I can only get 1 set of elastics out of a headband. 80 cents for 8 headbands at Dollar General. I didn't think about Dollar General. I thought of Family Dollar, but I didn't think about Dollar General. How many come in the pack at Dollar Tree, Diana? Nate Twine Designs Embroidery has a lot of embroidery patterns for educational items for $1 each until the end of April. Sheila Cushionberry, you coming through like a pro. Scooby-Doo. Hi, Scooby-Doo. Welcome. Hey, I'm gonna go grab these elastics real quick and show y'all what I got and what I've been working with. Did I drop them? I dropped them. Oh no, I didn't. They're right here. That's the headband elastics. 75. I don't even remember how much that was. But here's all the squares I've pre-cut today so that I can have them ready to pleat. Ready to pleat. So like, set them right there. And I have a lot more fabric left to do. But these are the ones that I bought from Wally World. And like I said, these, I can't even remember what size it ended up being. But, oh, here are the headbands. But here are the headbands. Ooh, pretty colors. Elastic, fold over, seam binding, a little pricey, but coupons help. And that's the problem. Are we using any size elastic? 1/4 inch or 1/4 or bigger? I use 1/4. Is that broadcloth? I don't know. I just know it's cotton. Most of it is quilter's cotton. Most of it. So these are from Walmart. These were 88 cents for these two. And by the time I stretch this out to 7 inches and cut it, then it leaves this left, and it's not long enough to do anything with. I got the 75 count, and I think it was $5 or something, or something like that. Pipe cleaners. Let's not talk about pipe cleaners at all. We don't want to discuss that. I bought them to use them and didn't. Most of them come 15 to a pack, but a lot don't have match. Oh, I'm missing that. Hold on. Don't cut the headband. Run it from one side to the other. Oh, meaning so it'll go around the head like my mask, like the mask itself. You mean like this? Run it around in a circle so that it can. I can see that. I can see that. I think 3 at Dollar Tree. Okay, so it'll be 3 for $1. That's a better deal than Walmart's, because Walmart, that makes these 44 cents each, and that's not a good deal actually when you think about it in the grand scheme of things. Can you breathe through that waterproof material for extended periods? What waterproof material? I don't even know what that is. My sister is using elastic to go around the head, and I think it's called FOA elastic that I use as well. And the headband elastic that I got at Walmart, the large ones were $4.95 for 4 in the pack. $4.95, so that's over $1 each. Most of them come 15 to a pack, but a lot don't have matching colors with them. Wide elastic and cut it down to the size you need. Okay, so that's something else we were doing today, trying out, because I cut this elastic because it's got the ribbing going down, you know. But again, this is such, well, this one is a little bit softer than what I had earlier, but the elastic is hard. I don't like the hard elastic. I found your channel this week when I was off, and I've been binge watching your channel. Thanks for sharing your talent. Thank you. Thank you very much. I mean, knowledge is free, so we're going to share, and I want other folks to be hooked on what I do as well, so that I'm not the only one out here blowing money on embroidery designs that are for me. Yeah, it's sad. Let us see. Make sure I'm not missing something. Using pipe cleaners, friends come over to help cut my fabric, and I feed them best help ever. I had friends come over to help cut my fabric. Teresa, I'm trying to tell you, my mom came today, and she was pressing the fabric for me so I could cut it. My husband's been cutting fabric for me, thank God. But it's just, my aunts want to come and help, but my thing is, I just don't want to have too many folks coming to help, and then too many folks is together, and I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid of that. And if somebody got sick, I would be just heartbroken. You are very quiet now. Check volume. I was probably mumbling. Oh, no. I moved the microphone because I'm super smart and didn't clip it back on. Pipe cleaners are good to use instead of regular wire. Yeah, I would use regular wire. Shorter elastic for children. Smart. Pipe cleaners work fine. Dimensions that are using to cut the fabric. 9x8. 9x8. Tried that cutting the wide elastic, but the rubber started to stick out. We did cut the wide elastic, but it won't, like for instance, this would probably lay, but you see how it's got a wave to it? So to make it straight so that it cuts straight, because people are buying them. I want them to, look good. That's the way I felt about it. No, it didn't work. Look up no sew bandana face mask. My best friend from college has been staying with me and running errands since my immune and respiratory systems are compromised. I'm very glad you have help. Very glad that you have assistance, because we don't need you getting sick. Do you use something to mold the nose to get a close fit? I do not. Because this pattern doesn't call for it. I was trying to figure how to add it myself personally, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm trying to make them faster, not slow down, not be slowed down by something extra. So I don't know. I doubled my pipe cleaners, Avery says. Yeah. Can you make masks in 4x4, 4x6? Okay, so the masks that I use in the hoop are 5x7 for the kids, and the adults is not 5x7. So no, there is not a 4x4 mask that I'm aware of. Alabama was put on state lockdown Saturday at 5, but we are still working at Walmart, but only letting 10 people in at a time. How? It's Walmart. Oh my God. Was the line wrapped around the street? That is crazy. Yeah, we're not on lockdown yet. Not like that. Walmart, if they lock down Walmart like that around here, people will riot. Especially the one by where I live. So the one by my home is, I call it Hood Mart, because they used to fight in that Walmart all the time. So I called it Hood Mart. And shoot, they did used to shoot a lot, but they've calmed that part down, and the fighting has calmed down too, actually. But anyway, cops are there all the time. But we went, because he doesn't like me to go to that Walmart, so I normally don't go there unless I absolutely have to. But we went yesterday. The cop had blocked the main entrance. Only one entrance was open, and they had it where it was blocked, and you were supposed to walk through a guided path to get into the store, where they would wipe down a buggy and give it to you. And I'm like, man, I wish they would let 10 people in at that store. They would cut a whole live fool and just be mad. Huntsville, Alabama lockdown. I read in the hoop mask took too long to do compared to sewing time. Okay, now that's the other thing I did. That's the other thing. And I'm going to leave that alone. They're doing the same thing here in Virginia too regarding Walmart. Use the pipe cleaner. Stitch a small pocket in the nose area. Insert the pipe cleaner, and it can be used as a nose grip. It would have to be digitized into the pattern. So we would have to do that. I know, right? There are people doing extra using HTP and sublimating on the masks for sale. It was wrapped, but it was also roped off. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. If people are in the line outside, they're still too close. Some places are still making you stay 6 feet apart, even in line. And they have it marked on the ground so that you know where the lines are. So yeah. Thin tinfoil rectangular cake pans into strips. Wait a minute. What? Folding over 3 things uses at the bridge of the. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. That would work too. Because it's foil, so it's not gonna rust no matter how you wash it. That's smart. Yay! Listening to you and digging in my fabrics, just found a pickled elastic. Y'all can finish my mask now. Holler! That's what's up. Because right now, I'm out. When I cut my wide elastic, I taped it to my cutting mat and used my ruler to cut. That's what the husband said. He said put a ruler over the top and hold it down. So, yeah. You can use the trash bag ties too for the nose thingy, somebody says. I heard that, but I hadn't done it. There's only one case in my city. This whole situation is sad. Bless those that have lost their lives, and may God bring peace and understanding to those left behind. We had family of family. Actually, now I have more family of family that has caught it. But the first family of family, they've recuperated very well, especially even though one has serious health complications, they've recuperated well. The other family of family just got it, so I don't know how that's going to work. Fulton County, Georgia, in-house orders with curfew. Our Walmart cut their hours. Yes, all the Walmarts are now 8 p.m. Missouri is going on lockdown tomorrow. I agree with you. You got it much faster to sew it than in the hoop. I'm gonna have to look into it. I don't know. There's a couple of different reasons why I was looking at in sewing it instead.
No, because
Not what it seems. I apologize, yawning at y'all. I'm tired. Ooh, it's 10:44. Y'all, I'm gonna have to get up out of here so that I can go play Animal Crossing. I'm gonna Animal Cross myself to sleep. Animal Crossing in the house. I'm not sure they're doing that at our Walmarts. Haven't been to one since this started. I love Walmart. I love Walmart. It's hard for me to stay away from Walmart. Only one, which is the deputy sheriff here in Ozark. Oh my God, the deputy sheriff has the Rona. All right, so something lighthearted, not to make light of it because it's a very serious situation, but one of the things I'm a firm believer in is only 10 in the door at a time here. What? At our Walmart? Mama, you kidding? I ain't seen that. But I'm at the fire station wondering if the PE800 can do larger than 5x7. No, it cannot. Well, it can, but that's with the repositional hoop, and with the repositional hoop is 5 by right at 12. But you wouldn't necessarily be able to do a mask with that because of the way the 5x7, I mean the repositional hoop works. Plus you don't have the cost of stabilizer. True. Order elastic from Etsy, Teresa says. I've heard that too. Hey lady, I got a new swing away machine. What kind of swing away? You talking about heat press? Oh my gosh, we need to ring for your heat press, baby. Teresa, do I need to ring the bell for you? I like ringing the bell. Someone here in Virginia put a sign in their yard that said honk if you think. Oh my gosh. Man, I'm so tired of hearing about that tiger thing. That thing is crazy. I don't look at television, so the only reason I know about it is because they was posting about it. I read the news and stuff like that. There are so many thinking that kids aren't able. Kids can get it. Ordered elastic, was supposed to get it April 1st. Now they're saying May 1st. Wow. Heat press. Heat press. Congratulations. Swing away. Holler. Sublimate, girl. Get you something to sublimate while we lock down. Oh, you got your bell? Yeah. I can't believe it's blown up like it has. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, y'all. So I am going to sign off a smidge early. Not super early, but a smidge, because I'm tired. I've said that from the beginning, and I'm really tired now. And I have to get back in here and figure this out, and get these orders placed. Get these orders made and out. It's gonna be a mess. So I appreciate all of the tips, all of the tricks, all of the information, all of the one-on-one. Oh, it was something I said I was gonna do funny. Something I said to not make light of it, but it was something I wanted to ask y'all. See, that's what happens when you get old and you're tired. You forget. Essential worker. Oh man, please be careful. Please be careful.
Most of our children are.
Miss Bickham, you ain't missing nothing. I promise. You're not missing anything with this tiger thing. I promise you're not. What was it, y'all? It was something I was gonna ask you about. Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you. Before we leave, I want to know, to make a little, just humor brightens us and makes us laugh. And if we can't laugh at ourselves, then you got a problem. I love laughing at myself because I do dumb stuff all the time. So my question to you is, what is your name for the coronavirus? Do you call her Rona? Oh no, I'm not catching the Rona. Or do you call her Miss Rona? Or do you tell that joke with the Corona beer? Are you one of them Corona beer type people? I'm probably not, because most men do the beer part. But around here, I tell my daughter she got to be careful of the Rona. Just having something fun to do and say. We ain't wrapped tight around here. But all in all, whether it's Rona, Miss Rona, Corona, COVID, Cora, either way, please be careful. Okay, please y'all, please be careful, because this stuff is no joke. Folks is getting sick and folks is leaving here before they time, so to speak. So definitely keep up with each one of us. We will hopefully be kicking off our classes on time. All right, so don't forget, the cruise is virtual. I haven't put the classes back up yet because life has just been retarded and these masks have just blown up, but we'll be getting those CB19 we'll be getting those classes posted, so that if you would like to take part in the virtual classes for the cruise, you definitely can. If you don't wish to, just let me know. No worries. Oh my god, it went away. Did you take away your message? I think you took away your message. But anyway, sweet animal chasing. Thank you. That is hilarious. Oh, I think of spaying my kids every time they walk by me. Yeah, being trapped in with the babies will make you do that. There are many names about the kids being born from named after, and somebody did name their kids, y'all. She had twins and named one COVID and the other Corona, wasn't it? It was something I'm just like, whatever. I'm too old for all of this craziness. It's just too crazy. So anyways, yes, y'all have a good time. Please be safe. Post your pictures and your projects in the Baby's Booty group. Now I'm keeping, my brain is wanting to say Facebook, but it's not on Facebook. Post it in thebabiesbooty.com, your pictures and what you're working on, and back and forth. And be on the lookout for the virtual cruise, because we're going to do camera. We're going to do our class where we can see each other and have fun. So I'm excited about that. So y'all have fun. Have a good night. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Who knows? It's probably going to be another what y'all got going on next week, because it's kind of hard to come up with stuff. But we're going to work on that. Messy Rona 19. Messy Rona. That is hilarious. I love it, right? Glad my kids are grown up, but might give them a nickname. Oh, leave the babies alone. So y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all joining us this evening. I love token, but it's not working. I just saw that. Sorry. I'm trying to send a love token. Oh, it's okay. Thank you, Coronas. Boom Chilla said. I love it. COVID. I love it. I don't want to catch no Coronas. You see what I'm saying? I love it. It's crazy to me. I haven't adopted a nickname yet. We're going to have to get you a nickname. Girl, come on now. If we are already paid, are we good for the class? Yes. Yes, you are. And I'm super excited about it, y'all. I'm even thinking about wearing my bathing suit while we do the class. Because I'm getting all the way into it. I ain't getting to go sale, so we going to have to get my margarita and my sun hat. And the flower thing don't count because that's Hawaii. It ain't supposed to count for a cruise, I don't think. But we going to figure out something. we going to have us a good time. Alright. So, yes, y'all have a good night. Thank you very much for joining me. I said that one time already, but definitely this time we're logging off. So, Rovis. I like Rovis, Angelia. That's cute. So, y'all have a good night. I appreciate seeing you. And until the next time we see you, have happy quarantining. Yay! Bye. Have a good night.